team go ragbal and ayaso today on and waiting they go on around this now open government initiative. Have you seen governance as soon are all aware? President Kuruma 9 years ago, almost 9 years ago, he came up with the OGI. And the reason we make it come up with the OGI for find a way where he go able to reach out to the Sierra Leonean people, where he go bring government closer to the people and the people closer to the government. And throughout the years, would they come up with issues them? A lot of people then they say OGI, waiting OGI they do. We they witch hunt people. We don't they witch hunt people. We know they witch hunt people today. We know they witch hunt people tomorrow. The president come up with this program for bring government closer to the people. And when you they bring government closer to the people, you not go just scanting and say, oh, I want for they close to you. No, open up. When you open up, the public look at what you need to do, then you give the public the opportunity for weigh in on what you need to do. Now the confidence they come out, now the trust they come out, now the support they come out. And through the years, now that one day we they really do. We know they look at person in face, we know they look at person in pocket, we know they look at person in power. We make sure say what the president wants me OGI do, now they do. And OGI independent of everything. The office they directly to RAM and they interfere with anything where OGI they do. And a lot of people then they say Khadija they come after ministries them. No, and then they come after ministries. The only thing I want, tell the public what you they do. If it cause we now for go through the OGI for let the public know, that is fine. We get so many people, then we get civil society, then we get the media in all the districts, then we get partner with the federation link when at the media radio station managers them one who say right now then connect to waiting OGI they talk about right now, and we get very important information today for share with you. I guess somebody now also a stranger, but the thing is not a stranger actually, not a stranger na the media, not a stranger na government, na person way a lot of people then they talk about most of the time and about waiting it they do. So I go allow them, my team, for me to introduce themselves, and so that after that now we go ahead and discuss more about waiting they around, because a lot of people then they say election they come and some people then they relax. No, then they relax. The other way they relax, so they pull them for that and relaxation and bring them calm for me and do waiting they're supposed to do, because at the end of the day Sierra Leone they continue for develop, the prosperity they continue, and there's no stopping us. But you mind for giving an overview or your name and also what you they do.
Well, thank you very much, Madam Khadija. Mina Abubakar Siddiq Jarami, Head of Public Relations in the Ministry of Agriculture. I think, say, OGI, just as you say, they bring the government come closer to the people. I think, say, OGI in at the bridge. You get the people on one side, you get government on another side, but you get for link them together. And how that link will happen, you need the vehicle, and the vehicle is OGI. Because what in OGI they do, you look at OGI from two fronts. I think say we they mistake you. We from government they say OGI deal with the people. The people then they say OGI deal with government, but not just the role of OGI. And then if we not make the people that understand, they're not be partners in development. They're not there and sit down for plan together with government. Definitely the people then go feel left out. But I will commend you. This is not the first time I come at this OGI program. But I think say the work we don't they do over the years. You see people and they connect, people and they take responsibility of their community and their constituencies. You see them boku self-help program them. You see community responsibility, community jobs. You see community policing. So the people themselves don't understand. See themselves or they part of developing their communities. And then we in the agricultural sector, we they work with the people them. We they connect with the people them. But we need somebody like OGI where go look say this one that they do the people like yes, if they work on a continue for do more, or this one that they do they work on a change strategy. So all them things and we need them. Not to say well, I don't know how some people they look at. Maybe some people they look at OGI as switch on, but we look at OGI as the field where they come for ginger we up for make what we do them better, or if you do the right thing, you continue for do and spread everything we do. So I think say now anything and the OGI they do, and then we in the Ministry of Agriculture and as a government, we all ready for support OGI, and we ready for bring government come to the people. Because one thing about the good thing with OGI they do, Madam Khadija, maybe you know aware of that. Elections they come. You find out say where elections can come, now then the government where they in power can go out, begin to tell the people them from pillar to post what you don't do all the years. But not without telling you go tell the people what you do all the years. You get for them the reminder, you get for them they tell them. So when elections come, the people and they judge your government by waiting and don't know and waiting them it don't they happen. Then can say, they fatten the pig on the marketing day. Not to election till they bring all them things and they come out to the people them. But what OGI don't they do and all, don't they bring everything come up to the people them, don't they connect the people with government, don't create that link for make people and they come in and una don't they push because I don't go to different quarters them where people they talk about OGI. I can tell them say, OGI know the which one to now. Una need for do the things right. We all day we try for do the things right. We get two obligations. One, for let the country go before. Two, for make government go before. Then the third one, we as Sierra Leonean. So both, we get for push all go together.
Thank you very much. You know, it's one of my favorite people them around my government. Now, Darami know they say go come. Darami they tell it as it is. And then kind people then they we want na Sierra Leone and I feel say together we will make a difference if we continue for do all of this. And Darami, like what you say just now, normally when governments the elections they come by then say government they become the most vulnerable one. You know, because international partners they watch government, anything, anyhow what you tweak, they say you muscle people. Anything what you do, they say you're unfair, you muscle people. But the position where I like where OGI they take it, and they continue for taking, and it don't matter waiting people then say because one good thing about OGI don't get credibility. OGI don't get credibility na international arena. So with that, we know exactly when government muscle people, and we know exactly when government they try for pursue them goals them, and I feel say in the middle nobody know they feel left out, and everybody will get a fair share, and we they guarantee that everybody gets a fair share. So thank you very much. And now we get somebody now, so we right now we say sit down and say remember waiting happen because we get one trick when Aminata actually you get for introduce yourself first and tell me who that you be and whose position where you they serve right now na OGI, and whose area where you station na OGI.
Good evening. I'm Mrs. Aminata Sise. I'm the OGP department. I'm the assistant communication officer at the OGP office.
The OGP office, yes. And today you're very surprised.
I also can talk on the social accountability.
Yes,
because so we go in our office and we get the 644 line where we can. They operate every day. People they call, they give them views, they concern which are them problems them, then they call we and explain things then to we. So we say they forward the matter to we boss when I'm Madam Khadija Sisi.
Yes, and also we get Facebook. You can go on Facebook. You get we through the SLBC and through the OGI. We also get Twitter. I mean, people them you can tweet. You can send me messages through that. Also, the have your say in the platform ogi.gov.sl. And if you go to ogi.gov.sl, you can send me a message, you can interact with me. And if you miss any of this program, you can always go back, like by Monday, you can go back to the website and able for listen to waiting with they say. And if at all you're not able to get with today, but I know say everywhere in the country, including the borders them, then they really you there everywhere right now.
Well, just as Madam Khadija, they say, one thing I will commend President Nkrumah for set up OGI. OGI now like the civil society, where they represent the people. But the president take OGI, he put him right in office in a state house. So right there, if una dey outside the president day, una dey advocate for the people. What about the other ministries and all? And they're all answerable. So I think say me, I will commend una don't give speed to government and other things. And I will tell you, maybe you then at the office of OGI, we they go around the country. Like now I come to this program, I just travel from Bo, McKinney, I just reach on less than 1 hour. I come inside this studio. And if you reach now, you saw me log in this and day. But if now some of them things that's what we get for do. For make government go before. We got to do and for let the country go before. We got to do and for let this country change. Now with all your responsibility and the work where you done they do, trust me, Madam Khadija, it's very difficult because people the way you don't used to. People the way that you party. People the way you get respect for you get for the go meet and tell and say this way you do and not correct and so you get for the change. Me, I commend you a whole lot. and I know exactly what they don't do and how then they don't change lives. In every ministry, the energy sector, the agriculture, the education, social welfare, I know what thing they don't do and how we don't push things and go before. But President Nkrumah bringing the OGI to the people of this country, I think it's one of the best things that we don't ever happen, because the people they go for the partner of development, and they go for the partners in governance, and they go for know everything where they happen. So with you, definitely the people they get everything when they deserve for get.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We get somebody now, so and me partner. We mean to the always again when I did not to Ramalan this word, this Ragbala word there. So it don't come. Actually it looks small. But yeah, so it don't come right now. Ingo able for, but as what you they say just now, the former vice president in the Gambia, and one part the people that we been they admire and President Nkrumah, he always they say President Nkrumah get got for create an office purposely for come after in government,
right,
when
inside your office.
Inside your office. So he always say that on the prime minister na Romania one day we go global summit na Mexico. Instead, now one part the people them back where they talk say President Nkrumah in a fan of President Nkrumah because of the open government initiative where it creates, and now with the OGP, the way we they lead pan the OGP. So it gets a lot of fans them. But on the other hand, you get the primitive ones there where just sit on no more, where you talk and say this Khadija. You know, if me there for me, they look for man for married right now. Sometimes they not go agree for married me. Because anybody where come, they go say, hey, no one time more. They get take it from here.
Anyway, family, I need small bits, but the guy where the talk and say, they're not there and it's nice to know where they come. Anyway, I want for welcome now to the program. But director, me want to let you tell me this trip you make. Let me tell you exactly small thing about them.
Okay, the trip. Okay, in America, because as I say, we get for be careful with Sierra Leonean people, and I they want, I they talk as a mother, I they talk as a sister that I'm Yusuf Denaya. So I go na America, I go, I see so many things and they happen in America right now. Everybody tense, people they tense. You understand? And because of the decisions where people they make, feel one test water. I know say most American people, whatever decision they take for select their leader, you understand, now what they want, they just want to know how it will feel like. If we get so person in power, how the country will look like. Right now, they're in a position where Mr. Safe, the buzz around na me community, even when I have they see na television, people them panic right now. Nobody don't know what in the future holds. We get tyrants them around the world where one swallow America if they get the opportunity. Then on one side, then they wait. Right now, everybody they afraid. Don't you get somebody where live on tweet, where they tweet, where they curse, where no respect media, civil society. Here we are in Sierra Leone, where we get one whole office, like in America during Obama in time. Then get waiting and call the civil society house, place. When at the OGP office, then call it the civil society boys, the guys them. You understand? Obama gets right now in office. Like where we get OGI now, so right now president in office, people then they really enjoy that freedom day. Now you know they see themselves. Now even who side the media then they come after them. So certain thing and they when me want say, looking at everything where they happen right now, because I've been there during the elections, during the votes before they come. You understand? And now what go there. The sadness where they around the place is too much. Even we, the OGP, with a member for because President Nkrumah right now they so was here in America. The OGP people, State Department, some people then they want for a reform, but because this man not able, 30 days not able to for see how best he go able to open up. You understand? And so me they advise Sierra Leonean people. We right now we get let me say 60-70% illiterate level than. You understand, na Sierra Leone, and that 60 to 70% illiterate level, na that amount they na even create the OGI for. Now that one they then create the OGI for. They don't create the OGI for the elitist though. They don't create the OGI for the doctor them all, or the PhD people them all. We go now England, then tell President Kuruma the England, you know, say that the embassy, because people they ask them go now England no more, they don't turn the Queen. Or they don't turn themselves to wait itself the British people. Then when we want go to when President want go pan the town hall meeting, they say no for well, Mr. President, why will not they go speak English? Because now na the Queen's English, and I say no, and then they speak no English for nobody. He said because when I come na England, I come na England for the Sierra Leonean people, and Sierra Leonean people, the people them, the amount of people and the percentage of people who are they try for what create the OGI for, now they try for reach out to, because the one they will call themselves, whether we call elitists them, they will no matter you like you pull Mr. President Kuruma, you like you pull your hats, you give them, you pull your shoes, you give them. They always want more. That's not bad. That is not a problem with me. You understand? And because everybody in this world, you know, they wear cap for short. But the bottom line is the one that will appreciate OGI, you find out, say, you yourself as a media person, the one that will appreciate the media now, that percentage, that's 60 to 70%. So in America now, that percentage, now the middle class don't shrink, now the bottom class and rich. You either be rich or you poor. Now that position they right now, there's nothing like middle class right now in America, by the look of things. So by the interview, I call me colleagues them some then they were then at the service na State Department when no they go able for come outside now. So then they were then when be the White House where sometimes and they need for come out in 6 months or then go get for come out. The all me interviews them with them. Some of them we go lunch and everything. One of the cry them around. Now the mistake where the American people then do, and me they ask Sierra Leonean people, una be careful. Somebody know they can't talk boku talk, you falla. You don't know waiting the future hold, and you don't know waiting that person. And then a grace man when ready for canto you, he drink, he make sure say he take medicine, he take Panadol, or he take something where they keep him alert. Or you vote him, you get him inside, you go get grace man na power. So that one day, Nanani no me want tell you this trip here. So now I spend some time, personal time, for do me own business because me bobo they graduate, and congratulations to me.
Congratulations.
Yes. So So then I do, you know, I go on a personal waiting self, but then I do some research.
You must do some.
Oh yeah, I do some research, but I swear to God, the American people, the people in America, are intense right now, and I pray to God, no, not make that mistake.
Okay, all right, Dami, we're going to talk about this.
It just come.
Yes.
Dami just come. It come with very important news right now.
Yes, I know say Dami not been there. You don't come, but you know able to tell people like it's what you go income.
Yeah.
What you go.
What you go do?
You know, tell people.
Dan, thank you very much. But I just want to small line from what my sister made the talk. I want to let people understand, say, leadership, presidency, test no day, on the job training no day. You don't go put somebody who will not get experience. You see when President Kuruma come into leadership, because he don't manage a company, don't manage people. So he come understand exactly what's in the country, want and how for run the office. So when they come into elections time, I think say I'm always in the people they get for do now. If they can take OGI program and just look at them, then I just waiting and go use as the report card. Then they show exactly what government may don't they do, waiting on they happen, how don't they push government on its toes, and waiting government don't change for better the people in life now this country. So now then things we get for look at. Not unless somebody can tell you see you every day you eat rest and per mind. When me come, you go begin eat spaghetti. Let the person show you the spaghetti first. But if you're not sure, it's about certainty and uncertainty. So you get to look at the two, but you look at the reality, which you believe in and which you think say get for happen. So I think say elections will salon people them not gonna make them mistakes in there. I think say the waiting with people get for do, then they judge waiting and don't see, and waiting and they promise them. And this country, myself I don't think that this country is small. They don't tell and they promise with people them. They never see nothing. The only time they don't see reality now with this particular government. And with this government, they don't see reality. Definitely, people they not get choice. They get for stick with that. May I come to the question?
When they take you back?
No, let us have
I don't say you go say that because you let Kusai they go right now. And you know let Kusai they go right now.
No.
But anyway, yeah, I see him. I see you, Darami. I see you.
It's just
Not
what
on
you're
campaign.
supposed to say.
OG, I don't a campaign. OG, I don't a
not to
campaign.
camp-
No. Tell me.
Hey, look
what
at
you did.
tell
Okay,
more, not
I-
talk more. No, don't go that
I
road.
let it go, but you see, I'm waiting them and they say, you understand?
The
waiting
freedom
people
for
them-
make a choice.
Now waiting the people they need for no.
Right.
Waiting them we go do around the upline for the past couple of days. Me and the Minister of Agriculture and all, we go now we there first in the east. Meet with farmers in different places from Blama, Kenema, and different farmers and from Kailan and all. See waiting and then they do. We support them with small money, then we go help them for me then do them farming work. When you look at farming for the past 50 years in this country, women just stuck in the old ways. What I say stuck in the old ways, farmer they plant here in here out, wait till they get now the 1 ton per hectare, 1.2 ton per hectare. Farming not they go before, now that make we farmers they remain poor. But now when we don't begin to support them, this is the first time in this country in history, under President Nkrumah, we're able to get 250,000 and 50 kg bags of fertilizer. We're the highest we'll ever get in this country in record. Now 42,000 bags. We're able to get that. The waiting and they mean that fertilizer and then they give nutrients to the soil. When the farmer plant, instead of we get 1.2 tons per hectare, let's break it down into numbers. Then like 20 bags they get to harvest. Now it's possible now for them to get 6-7 tons per hectare. So the same field, we say that farmer will get 20 bags we harvest. Now it's able to get something like 120 to 140 bags because of that fertilizer. But we not left them at that. We know say we people are not get money, so we do something they call cash transfer. Or they get groups of farmers in. We give them money because one, they never buy, they never cook for themselves, they never pay labor. Even though we give them all input, we give them seeds and all, they never do that. We do that now in the east. We come Nabo, we get we get farmers from different districts in the south, from Pujeon to Bond to Moyamba. We bring them all Kanabo. We sit down, we talk to them, we teach them about agricultural best practice. Then they tell you how then they work, then come with the district agricultural officers. We do the same thing with them from there. Yesterday, all evening and night, we travel along there from Bogo past Yile, go Magbolka. That road they terrible, but we get for do that. We get for stop to farmers and see what they do because we get for reach to them. Then not just waiting OGI they do taking the government to the people. We don't go see on a building our office here. We get for they do that at all times. So we do that till we reach Magbolka. We go Magbas, this big place. Was I then Chinese they plant sugar cane all these years. The Chinese we allow now the farmers, the villagers, let them plant rice. The Khadija, if you go to that place, you go see. I'll show people a Monday in my own program. We go come 4 to 5. Now same as this year, 2,050 hectares. When about 5,150 acres, they don't plant rice now that entire field. We don't give them seeds. We don't give them fertilizer, and we go support them with small money. If you see the field, we drive for over 1 hour. We're able for around that place here. They get 10 lots in. Over 1 hour, we go in and out just a circle. We were able for do about 6 lots. Now we come out. The place so big, all side rice. We come now Makeni again today. Makeni, we get farmers from all the districts now the north, from Koinadugu, Potloko, Cambia. We get from Tonkolili, we get Bombali farmers, and we get people from Kono. We come, we talk to the farmers here, we support them back with small money and other things for make them push. Because when you look at what did we get last year from we report that about 1,000 and something metric tons of rice, 1,200 metric tons of rice now in Canada the country, right, in 2015. In 2016 to 17, 2016, the report where we get, it dropped down to something like 750 metric tons. So that actually say it dropped down, and waiting on a clear testament of that. Before, we not get company they bag the rice anymore. They know me there again. But anybody who set up business that because I make profit. Now we get Mountain Lion, we get Lion Mountain, we get Golden Mills, West African Rice, we get Abaja, we get SLPMC. All them company are they buy the rice paddy now, they bag them, and then they bring it, they push and come to the market.
How many people then get access to we look at produce? Because the problem of feeder road now one problem for pull the produce from outside and the plant we can come now point outside for reach the people. Because remember first time the tell which can be there, by the time we might have food or stuff court and all that stuff there. But now the very difficult we reach it there. We the talk so.
Well, what will happen is we don't say train not again. Now that make the feeder road then in this country. 95% of the feeder road now Ministry of Agriculture are making in this country. Because Ministry of Works, they do the trunk route same. You look all the feeder road, we know they do, I'm not to your job, but now we responsibility for link the farmers. And that make now what we do, we build the agricultural business centers and we form the farmers into farmer-based organization groups. So now they count all them products, if na cassava, if na rice, if na beef, then the cows all on one side. Then we link them up with the traders, the way they go, then go buy them now in bulk. Like SLPMC now, then get them, points them. Who side then go buy the rice paddy in bulk, then facing camp. Mountain Lion, they all they do the same thing. Lion Mountain, they all they do the same thing, and then bring them come. Now, if you go to the rural areas, them mostly na the country, we the type of push for make the future
so that
come
company,
down.
then they all na government companies.
That company na private-owned companies. Them. The only one who I go see na government-owned company, government and NDPA, na SLPMC. But when we don't start the smallholder commercialization program, no company no one can salon because they not believe if they begin back the rice and go profit. SLPMC do one grain year. When they back they see the profit, then they attract other companies. And for men them come in, men them can settle. If you go to McKinney, after Lonsar, you see one place where they build some big tankering. Then tankering then for dry the rest and all. Now that thing can be then tankering. For that company safe don't start to operate. So now all them things in the bot for make the price go down than most. Then are the factors of demand and supply. Small economics come in. Once you increase the supply, demand they go down and the prices then they go low. So what do we try for doing that line day? Now they supply the fertilizer. So that farmer only get 20 bag per hectare. You can get 120, 140 bag. So if they sell one bag for 150,000, now you go sell one bag for 100,000, they still make more money. But when they sell that one bag for 100,000, they get plenty more now when they sell the money they come. So small will they get there. So now what do we expect? We expect to get an increase of about 20% again. This 2017, but you know they will calculate 2017 result one time. Now when the harvest period they done by November going to December, we go come up with that. And Madam Khadija, I will tell you, say, when we get the result today, me go promise you before I break that news any side, we go kind of OGI, so let we break them to the people and let the people understand exactly. And not to only no more than most. Yabas, we've been spending $12 million for import Yabas in this country, foreign currency. Now we don't support farmers and for plant Yabas. If you go Lunge Modia section, Kafu Bulom, then get a swamp of our 7 miles. That swamp now we don't help them, they rehabilitate and they do Yabas. Kamalo na Bombali district, then na Sandaloko. The farmers and they good at farmers them and other one day. They say they plant Yabas. You go na Kenema, Bien Anga Road by Methodist. That entire swamp day, na Yabas and they plant. You can't blame. You get groups like Determined Sisters and other one. Then self don't begin plant Yabas. You go na Tonkolili, behind the agriculture office. Further downside that swamp day. You go in a vegetable and Yabas. I can show you place and place the same. Western rural, you go Tombo, now the same thing, the swamp where they meet before you reach Tombo, now Yabas in the planting. So all them things
really, tell me about in the next 1 year, all them tier where the prices them, you feel say in the next 1 year, because as the output, as soon as they prepare right now for bombarding the market with them kind, all them tier. So what's in your prediction for next year?
Well, my prediction, the moves away government.
The rest they go up or they cannot.
The moves away government. The moves away government don't take a right. When I say the moves away government don't take, the way traders them like rice traders and they make money. Now when they supply to institutions, like the military this month they want 20,000 bags, and then supply them and get them payment. The police want 15,000 bags. So now what we don't do as a government and a Ministry of Trade and Agriculture, we don't come in of about 20% of that rice trade and supply to institutions. We they make sure now we local farmer then rice from them community, then they can give the institutions and they. So once they begin get that money, then they use that money for go support the local farmers. So in a short time, definitely now they go take over that business thing. Then they on one hand, then the military say we don't get meeting with the military, they want for set up them farm back. Where they go they produce the rest where they supply to themselves. We don't assure them that we go support them, and we they start that by next month. Once we get all them things in place, Khadija, we not get company again, foreign company only can supply then rice in the. If you bring the rice, you definitely get for go to market and sell and one bag. Right there, the factor of demand and supply don't come in. You find out that the competition don't high, and with local products and they go outside and for go and then they get their money back. Now they encourage the farmers and for grow more. Prices definitely they go down.
The last question before that, the harvest. I remember a few years ago, let me get a lot of harvest. The input it be so much that when it come for harvest, that end they get government they get challenges. We make them go bring their harvesters. Them even at that, not to everybody able to gain from that. And some people then they rest them be they burn the swamps them or the farms them. So this time what you wanna they do, because with all what you wanna they put in, what you wanna go do for help the farmers then get them out, so then we're able for keep the baton moving as soon as they go?
Well, with the harvest, we get two approach. The first approach is we get combined harvesters them. Within our stores na Kisi, we get about 15. We dey make sure say each na machine. We just they go inside, I they move, they go so they harvest the rice, they pump them into a trailer. I they go they harvest them, they pump them into trailer. You go roll, it turn back candle. We dey try for make available the machine and the one per district. So the farmers then can use at any time and just fill them and then they will for use and that one. Then they use and
they in good condition.
Then these are brand new machines.
Good.
Now brand new machine and then they in good condition. This now for use now the fields them we well prepared. But you get some farm them where they're not well prepared. As being well prepared, then just brush and body stick them inside. No go put that kind of machine. It go ambog, it go broke. So wait till we don't decide for this. We don't do the cash transfer to farmers. But we go get for link them with them community banks and financial services association. So they able to loan them, then pay labor, they harvest the rest. When they don't sell to any of them big private sector company, they able to pay their loan then they buy because now that's them bank they need for. So they use it too long. If we do the machine they come, we bring the machine. If we not need for use that machine they, if na small plot, the power tiller. You get machine and they use the power tiller where fiber like in teeth and fiber blade, where you just attach to the front. I see you push the power tiller and so they cut the rest in the lamb. So always you just do, just take up, you put on the thresher, then you go try for dry. We get all the things and then we're ready for use them for the farmers.
Whose preparation I don't make for cash crops, other cash crops then we that is self-important apart from us.
Well, cash crops now then they bring the money come to the country. When you look at cash crop, when you say a cash crop now then cocoa, coffee, banga, palm oil and all and cashew. Yeah. Let's start with cocoa and coffee. Cocoa and coffee presently then at the east. We may not support a lot of farms them for do rehabilitation and establish new farms them. Now we don't bring them come into cooperatives. All inside in the cooperatives thing. Now we get Salium Produce Marketing Company where then they buy and export the cocoa out of the country. They'll get PMB. Produce monitoring board where then they make sure say they certify the cocoa them, they make sure say the moisture content is there below 1%. So when they export them, then they accept them like the international market, they're not get no problem. And with people then they get top money for that. So the market's already set and the people and they a lot really buy. If you go Kenema, you get more than 20 or 30 buyers. They get various companies like Balmer, cocoa, they all day for cocoa and coffee. Come to cashew. We may never get a processing plant for cashew. If you go Cambia, we get a company called Cam Cashew. We get a 1,500 acres cashew farm in Cambia. Where inside the farm they then get a processing facility where they do the boiling, the steaming, the cracking, packaging, and all of cashew. It inside a transparent jar. We get red logo panel. So that one they all set now and all. So when the cashew they start, then they begin process and package them and export them. Then they export them to such a way that way they take all the air out of that container. So if you do for 6 months, 1 year, it's not a spoil. So we don't get all land for cashew together. Then at the cashew nut, the cashew juice, we may work together with various companies like CTF, Cotton Tree Foundation, for beginning to use them for make juice. So all that things they go on, then we get another company in Kenema. As soon as they see the juice, that Sierra juice. We mean one of the people we go to that place in a hangar road inside the factory there for go commission. First I go there for go look when they set up the machine. We go there for go commission when they start to produce and juice then when everything the machine all come. And now they see so all around the country that juice there. And I will tell you see that juice in a 100% juice. You don't get sugar or any other thing there. So these are the things the way we do and all banga. I don't go talk about banga because we get various farms now in the country and we export the palm oil now in the country. From Gold Tree where they na Daru to Sokpin where they put down to the company na Yile, then say Ned Oil, then say don't begin the export in Banga. We get Sierra Leone agriculture within at the Putloko and Cambia highway. Then farm they come up. We get the Gambia Matru plantation in a Jong and Sogbeni chief them down a bond. Then one in this then we don't do 3,508 hectares and get another 3,500 hectares for do. So we get all them things that so don't they happen and we get the processing plants in for process and export to the country.
For rating Ministry of Agriculture in terms of the scorecard.
Well, if you ask me for rate the Ministry of Agriculture from Usa Agriculture day to Usa Agriculture day now than most. I think say the only thing we just give you the report card, not just put correct to give back.
You know what I enjoy Professor Monty Jones. When now like me, when self can this country, me self can this country after 20 years or so. What can they say OGI? Can't work for OGI. You can't you know they talk Creole, you know mix English. You know they talk and bend. You dey shame for talk Creole na public because that's also English. The other time, my sister look me say, you they can't do OGI. You know why president say OGI? You need for talk Creole, but so the same thing with what it
that problem there, we all get that problem.
Yeah, you
when
say
we say come America, I come from, I don't political affairs.
Yeah.
Anytime they want to go internal political affairs, anytime they want to go interview me now English are the thing. If you want interview me and Creole, I know the do.
Yes.
Because me Creole me mix up, but now we know the encyclopedia of Creole. Now.
I mean, it don't come then ourselves the English and not sabi talk again. And the Creole no more now. But if you allow me for talk the Creole, so much just instead when be calm, now we test them because I know say that's what it is. So I set them up and I bring a kind of television. That they catch for talk Creole. We talk, but I cannot say they say that's why they sweat. Now that man then they talk the Creole past anybody who don't ever sabi. And they wonder, you know, they admire them when they talk about the areas they where they go now. Where not ever in the wireless stream feel say they go.
And they not the only go na them place here. Professor Monty just say Kando Motuka. If they waka 10 minutes, 20 minutes, go right inside them farm, then swamp. You go see, Darami. How this place here, I get Potopoto, I say, no, they go side. We fall in trust. So the other thing, sorry for her, where we gonna bond, we gonna trauma bomb. The road run cut. We agriculture now, we belong the culvert from Sumbuya, take go trauma bomb. So the last bridge, and they pan Bilam. So decide for use a detour. Now they Professor Emotka go get stuck. Emotka fast inside the Potopoto. You not get nothing for the old man, they can't down the Motka, work inside that Potopoto, he pull his shoes, they will begin push the Motoka. He was part of it. He was part of it. And when that thing happened, they say, well, let the farmer and come meet you over now. Professor say no. He said, no, push the Motka across the Potopoto, we go. And we there under 1 hour. Indeed, we push the Motka, we go take tractor. Tractor car, throw all the Motka through that Potopoto, wait till Motka the back will continue, go to the people in Atomabo.
Alright, okay, I mean that's you know for yeah, you know. So tell me what shall we do now in terms of
with the social accounting, which issue they when are the burning issues there right now in terms of social accounting?
Now the burning issues that we get on the social accounting is on EDSA. This meter where they just come out and just decide for change people and go buy credits and they put their credits there.
Oh, then they change meters then?
Well, that they say, but they're not being informed the public about that.
No, that side there, EDSA, the problem will occur and get one meter what they call aperture meter. And that meter way you get something like steel, you know, where you fix that the meter you get light because I think one of the first set of meter that we come before you begin get the
corn log
and all that stuff like that. But also I think to see now there's a problem, you know, for charge. So then decide for overall the one who pull the aperture and come out, bring them corn log they come so that people will get them. But the problem is you know, so they're very slow for inform people about something. Maybe they defend strategy for see how then they, you know, time for tell people them. But when I see that they can come, if it you don't come public, you don't tell people them. Well, a lot of people they go register. When they go register now, some man they hope say within a week or within days go get a meter. You know they get out. Now, is it that EDSA not get more meters or what? They need to tell the public. You know, say this.
Well, the problem what me they get. I wish Darami you for form a school. This school for PROs, for train the PROs. One problem when me can at this country, me Monty, Abu Monty, that will be they do some consultancy work them. Would they go when so, here and there? And one of the places there na electricity. So after that, they can't get some PRO the way they sleep better than they sleep. So the first thing when for overhaul in office, the first thing what I recommend to I say now for sack, now for fire, all the PROs them apply and ask for me other one they can you begin interview them. The problem with Sierra Leone gets man now that make and then they stop at nothing for come after the ministry. Not to say that they do nothing, no, because every ministry gets a program with president. Every ministry sign contract with the president. And some people that they send call you can't eat dinner by the same way they reach now also don't sack you. then people you get that habit say for most of the one they will not they deliver as they support for deliver. So that's the idea of the ministry is not doing anything. It is out of the question. Then they work like how they do so. Yeah. Unfortunately, they don't get the PRO them was supposed for they were committed like how Darami committed. So you understand. So what thing will they do? One, may they get for qualified PROs them. Then number two, may they get a union would that pass you by anything, rely on them. People like Darami can't train we. Now that they would live overseas. Yeah. So they call somebody say can't train we or
learn from the best.
Yes, learn from the people that were able to give results. You understand it? But the PRO them when they depend by most of them people there are they called
I want to come on the
most of them
energy
people
on the
there.
EDSA.
Okay, yeah. Darami. The problem what we get EDSA and all of these people. The only person who go come it in up na television, it talk na in the minister. Well, na then they me not to that leg. Because the minister, not only the minister, in a minister, you understand? EDSA forget that responsibility there for fair good PRO them and people there and all other ministries there will now stop for go get background people there and say this na the PRO. When they do nothing, when they don't, they go take 2-3 television or 2-3 radio stations and say we don't advertise, we don't sensitize. You understand it? Okay. Things like this, they're supposed for all over the country, you understand it? But the problem with the Sierra Leonean people, with these ministries, they're not yeri. If you they do something good, now that one day the Sierra Leonean people they want for yeri. Now that one day they want for no. If you they do good, not so, that's them go try for find out if they need their fair share, then go come after and say, okay, we will not get here too. At the end of the day, that development. But then they still don't pan development, things the way that they do. Then they still don't pan them instead of letting the public know. You understand? And that is bad. And when the public don't know, development not they go before. They still don't tend to matter. Perception they change. And another one day, who know what? And then they OGI they talk against. And then they come after now. And now they stop. Yes, Papa.
Yes, me I come. I'm with the OGI and with the EDSA. I think so I'll come in a little bit because I'm a part of a government spokesman because I joined Ministry of Information. For me, we look at various ministry department agencies who side in the labs. We can come in and support that. I can go in and take the information. Wait till I put them, they change their meters here. So EDSA actually or Ministry of Energy, we want for change the meter, then other meters then for coming. But certain things then they will happen. One, if you go after I don't care, then don't they do the new lines them go down that part today. They don't extend the cable to them for the other side, the Hamilton, go down to Mambo, to Sussex, make them get light. So people don't apply for meters on their side in there. Then you look at some various areas and going towards Jue, then side and they're going towards Devolol, and all people don't apply for meters on their side in there. Then Salon, Freetown not to Salon. When you go Makeni, new areas and don't they establish. So their meters they will become. Then send some meters in the provinces, even Togo and Kenema. Now then they get lights, the people don't apply for new meters them in areas them in the we don't get electricity at all. So when they don't do them distribution, yaso, I think say the thing we're not being there on point was how many people need them meters yaso na the western area. If you go up na the provinces, them problems and they not deal with that particular meter day. But inside the western
people don't know.
Well,
because the bottom line is how much they don't sensitize.
Well, inside Western area, yeah, so well, some people they know, but they not go out for make people understand because what even they expect say them if do was go out, inform people that we get them meter, they advise them for buy to pop go last them for 1 month. Within that 1 month period, we know say the people that would already start and then try for change the meters them. Now that's them for don't do. So I think the other new set of meter them way for coming where the meters them not be enough for change all the one in the. Then still live and change. But I think say the start where they get they continue for the change in lines and the old electric lines within the city. Then they do the extension of the other place, install transformer, and also I think the workload plenty on them. But where I talked to somebody from electricity the other day, I try for ask them, then they try for move off fast. Now I say, but I know if somebody did, we don't use for get light, you know, get like 2-3 days and host. That person they become disgruntled. I say that person not gonna be happy. Now it's where then they push as soon as I get for push faster. If even like what happened the Ebola hit winner. We know say ambulance get for 18 to 21 days for make it reach now. Then put in a plane. So if they meet Ayaso, they go pass by ship, you go take 2 weeks for Ayaso. Una go put in a plane, then car with them. When they car with in a plane, una can I tell them una can add that freight costly into the electricity bill of them particular people in the. If 1 meter costs something like, let me say 200,000 for face cam, inside 2 years, spread that 200,000 for that post bill, definitely go pay them, then the people and get satisfaction. So now that's what they do. But I think say the workload down
What
shoulder,
about
but
the
they still
PRO
push.
area?
Well, I mean, being in the government spokesman team with the Minister of Information and the Deputy Minister and Ajibu, I always encourage each and every minister, each and every ministry, that whenever they get issue, when I send them to Ministry of Information. No, I tell them, say, let them send them to Ministry of Information. We can help them. Then I always tell them, say, me, I open my hand. Anybody we you need advice, you need for that show you, I mean, how to go about a lot of things, and all, come to me. I they work for government, that is my job. I know they ask for anything for that, so I come.
Now, all tell you they spend money. Easy. Now, all tell you they spend money for do you work?
No.
See?
That's
Okay.
they really, right now, the Mona people, then they call we 24 hours, they complain.
The 644, get that
They
644.
fail for do advertisement, and not even tell people on radio, television, and not tell people that we are saying.
Because for bring and come to various programs, like the
Yeah.
OGI program and various other
No, but
programs.
anyway,
Problem.
they
No,
don't
no,
get a
no,
program now. They come, I think, every Wednesday or so. Now, EDSA don't get a program, which we, every Wednesday, they can, and they inform people now.
No, another
I know
thing.
it's now.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they get time. Let me get
Another
time.
thing where everybody for understand the strategy, you know, they go begin reinvent wheel. Because for me, you reinvent a wheel or begin a business or begin for advertise anything, you get like 1 to 2 years for me people then get used to that. In the meantime, why do they set up that one day? Use platforms them for goodness sake. OGI then they pay 1 cent for make bring una to the public. Now that's the president creates the OGI. We know they ever ask for 1 cent. All what you will they say is gather your development. Call we, tell we say that this thing, but we know they go knock na you don't want. It's not possible. We don't only knock na you don't want when you hear reading how they criticize you, then you they come meet
okay,
you.
Otherwise,
it's not possible.
You just get 1 minute.
Anything I talk to, I know say they say something, but that particular
You
issue
ju-
they
you
will not
You
come.
get 1 minute for how long?
But this
We
one,
can't be, we can't
this one.
No, we can't be.
Okay, tell the public.
We
Say
can't
better utilize OGI.
When I utilize OGI, and they know that. Say OGI and one platform way for camp for
With all the radio station managers.
Well, one thing I would advise, OGI platform day for push government and na the bridge for bring government to the people and people to government. So let's make sure we use OGI and let they bring the issues them as government officials them to OGI and other existing platforms them for make people push government go before. But I'm waiting around for advice with Sierra Leonean people them. And once you came to me, elections they come. Let we look at what are the realities them, waiting them we believe in, waiting them we don't see. Now that judgment we they make. Me not tell anybody for vote for any political party and then platform here. So I they tell you for make you open your eyes. And the one day we know they see, make you feel the breeze and definitely things can go change. But waiting we want that this country, now for let this country continue for the go before. Just as Madam Khadija say, you know how America did. Presidency, leadership in a country. Not to say you go test somebody, fail, you go test. And now within a democratic country, where you put somebody in a 5 years, not to then tell them they put somebody to them pull and to man. So let we open our eyes to make the right decision.
Thank you very much. Yes, Aminata.
Well, we just continue for to people and say, make them patient with EDSA. They calls them, at least the thing they on, the program will come to an end. I God in power. May everybody patient.
Okay, what me they can get away from this particular issue. You know, say 8 of the OGI staff they been go na China, and when they go, you know that they antagonize them. The one they call themselves professors, they will go with them. You understand how some of the OGI that the OGI when we talk about OGI, not to me na just at the open. According to me mandate, and they open the road for civil society and media organizations.
No,
we'll go discuss that later.
Okay.
No, just round up no.
Okay, let's round up with that.
Yes. No.
All waiting that they say is, all waiting that they say to everybody, if you understand OGI, the dynamics. Now OGI, you not go look at OGI, the civil society they say because probably they not get the masters or they not get the PhD. So for that reason, they not reach that point for me think tank. Okay. OGI na the best think tank I don't ever seen at the world because one way what would they do will not ever happen at this country. Would they solicit sentiment from Sierra Leonean people? Would they scrutinize government? take am to the Sierra Leonean people, simplify am to the Sierra Leonean people, solicit sentiment from the Sierra Leonean people, get feedback, bring am come to government and for policy formulation. So I feel say when you describe a think tank, OGI and the civil society and media, now the best think tank in Sierra Leone. So we not reinvent the wheel. And happy birthday to my niece, where they are celebrating birthday in name Amina. Then Montana they celebrating birthday.
Thank you very much. Well, that's how we will tap the program.
What do you get tomorrow?
Tomorrow we will look at plenty other issues.
Darami, will they bring and come back?
Yes, we'll go for break.
Where you come? You travel, but where you come?
We come. All right. So we'll meet back. Me and that must say bye bye.
They understand themselves. We go push the collapse go before. Not alone. OGI they look tanga one. It's like all it's in them where government they do. And make sure say the people then gladdy. With waiting they be. Now Mama Salon na the first country. We begin for do they kind here. Now that's make Obama to call with president. For go explain to other country them how this they work. Now that's make them form the OGP. Open government partnership. OGI, now the one where they bring the government to the people. OGI, they take the people back to the government. OGI, now the bridge where the government and people then they meet. Or make sure say they understand themselves. OGI, now the one where they bring the government to the people.
But I don't do too well with apologies. I hope I don't run out of time. Can someone call a referee? Cause I just need one more shot.
It's another birthday in your life. Master Lawrence Desmond Pratt of 49 New London Street, Leicester Village, and a nursery 2 pupil of the Fairby College Nursery School. As you turn 5 on the 15th of July, darling, we wish you long life, good health, and God's richest blessings. May you be the head in all that you do in life. Happy birthday, our dear son. From Father Mr. Pratt of the SLBC, Mother Miss Kadiatu Kamara Lady P of 49 Leicester Village, grandparents Mr. and Mrs. Alfred Tarawali Koko of Leicester Village, Aunt Aminata Big Sister, Madina Small Sister, and Ami Kagbo, Uncle Augustine, cousins Amria, Edmonda, Aisatu, and Kandama, all of 49 New London Street, Leicester Village. Friends of College School, Leicester and 49 New London Street, Leicester Village. Happy birthday, Dezo.
I'll take every single piece of the blame if you want me to. But you know that there is no innocent one in this game for two. I go, and then you go out and spill the truth. Can we both say the words and forget this? Yeah, is it too late now to say sorry?
It's with great joy as we join in to celebrate yet another joyous occasion. Our dear daughter, Nyaje Sombo Deborah Mala of 63B MT Quarters, Moretown, and of the bilingual preparatory school as you celebrate your 7th birthday on the 13th of July. As you celebrate, you wish God's guidance, good health, long life, and success in your academic work. Also, may you grow up to be a God-fearing, intelligent, and a prominent citizen in the future. You shall be the head and not the tail. Have a wonderful day as your daughter that is full of fun, joy, and lovely gifts. Happy birthday to you. From your caring parents, Mr. Johannes Mala in the UK and Mrs. Hannah Mala in Freetown, brother Alpha in the USA, uncles, aunts, and the rest of the family at home and abroad.
Try, but I don't do too well with apologies.